Flow Creative are an amazing award-winning animation studio and agency based in the UK. They've worked with the likes of the BBC and Greenpeace, so let's look at their portfolio and see how they're getting some incredible clients. We're also going to share with you some tips and advice for your portfolio, and if you would like even more help, you can download our portfolio checklist. I'll leave the link below this video in the description. What I really love about Flow's site is they're showing me animation instantly when I'm on their page, and it's very big and you know that you're in the right place. They've got their big Flow logo. They've also got their little logo here, which I think is awesome. I love that when you scroll over that, they've got this animation as well. I think that we should have more animation on our portfolios, especially as animators and motion designers, because I think that's what we do. We make things move, and it makes sense to have a lot of things moving on the website. So I absolutely love this. I love how you can scroll down and everything kind of animates up. I think it just looks really good. And they're instantly telling us who they are and what they do, which I think is fantastic. Flow's brand is really, really cool. And I actually know that they didn't design this themselves. They actually got another company to design their branding and their logo. It's so hard to design your own branding and logo. So that could be a tip for you to think about, getting somebody else in to do that to help you to have a really cohesive brand. And if you're just starting out, what you should do is just take your name and just find a nice font that you like and make that your logo. You don't have to overcomplicate it. We're showing you a website today that is fantastic and probably one of the best out there, but you don't have to start with that. Just try and build your minimum viable product version of your website. What I also love about Flow's website is they've got their little favicon at the top of the website as well. It's actually really important to change your favicon because it shows your clients that you have a lot of attention to detail, which is really important when you're an animator or a motion designer. Then we scroll down and we see some of their work for Greenpeace, which is, already showing me that they work with big brands and building a lot of trust there. I love this action that it turns into view. So you can click on the projects. They have a lot of information in here. I always think Flow's case studies are great. I think they've just updated this website. So on the old one as well, they did a really good job at showing case studies, including the challenge in the project, and also, a bit about the process and stuff like that. And if we scroll down, I absolutely love to see this. I think this is with a plugin called Cyclops, where you can show, the anchor points and the different animations in your After Effects project. So this is a really, really easy way for animators to show behind the scenes in their projects, and I recommend that you do that. I love how much detail they really give. They're really selling it to their clients. Like, this is what we did. This is how we did it. I really love that they have sketches as well. I mean, this is just a lovely project, and they're showing, the process of like how it got made. And it really does help to provide a lot of trust, and you feel like you're going to get taken care of if you work with Flow. And I love, love, love that they include testimonials on their project pages. I think this is a fantastic idea. If you can get a testimonial for each project you have on your website, it's going to really help to build trust with your potential clients. So I think it's fantastic to have similar work at the bottom of each project page, but it also would make sense to have a way to contact you and a clear call to action to do that, because you want to make sure that people are reaching out to you about projects. So yes, we want to lead them on into other projects, but as well, I think it makes sense to put your email there or contact us about a project or something like that. I love that they have this footer with all the information that you might need as well, so you're not ever feeling like you're getting lost on the pages or anything like that. I think these animations of how to get to each page is really, really cool. I really love it. So let's take a look at their work page then. So I think this is really an interesting way to show the different pages. What I think is really cool is that you can kind of scroll through it and it kind of pops up here of what they look like. So you can see like, okay, do I like the look of this project? Am I potentially looking to do something similar? So let's click on the Motion Hatch project that they worked with us on. It's just really nice how they have the challenge here of what we were trying to do when we were trying to promote our mastermind. Then they've got the full video here. And I love that it when you scroll over this as well, it says play. I think that's just really cool. They've got some screenshots here. They've got the solution, you know, they're mentioning who we worked with for the audio as well, which I think is really nice. What I really, really love about this is they're like animating the behind the scenes. So we can actually see like this character getting built up over time. I think it's really amazing. And I just really love it. I obviously love this design anyway, because they did it for Motion Hatch, which is really cool. But I love that they have, you know, a little time lapse of how this was all built up, showing, you know, this is how we kind of pick the colors and things like that. I think this is incredible. And if you can do this, I definitely think that you should, because it shows the client what you can do, you know, and how you do it. And also just how much detail, how much effort goes into making some illustrations and animations like this. What I really love as well is they do try to include results in their case studies. And I think that that's really important. Obviously, it's really hard to get numbers, and we definitely need to update Flow on our numbers of how this helped us to get more signups for our Motion Hatch Mastermind. But I think if you can get in touch with the client, you can ask them for results, especially if they're based around numbers. It's going to really, really help you to get more work, especially if you're trying to get more direct clients, because direct clients love to see projects with results that is exactly solving the type of problem that they want to solve. Then it's going to really help them to see how they could work with you and what kind of results you could get for their business. So let's check out their about page then. So it says Flow is an ideas-led creative studio, a refuge for the misfits and the constantly curious, a place to learn and grow, a home to big ideas, not big egos. I really like that. An opportunity to do something amazing, a state of mind, a chance to make a difference. So I really like this positioning that Flow has. I love that they're really focused on working with companies and brands who really want to have a positive impact and make a difference in the world. And I think that this really comes across in this statement here. So this is obviously their showreel here on their about page, which I think is an interesting choice, but it makes sense if you want to learn more about Flow and you want to kind of get a highlight of what they do. It makes sense for them to have it on their about page here. Obviously, if you're a motion designer watching this, an individual freelancer, I probably would recommend that you have your showreel front and center on your homepage. But for a studio, I think this could make sense, because I think that more direct clients prefer to see more case studies and things like that. So I think for Flow, this really makes sense. But I think for most people, if you're going after agencies and animation studios, then I would definitely put your showreel on your homepage. I love that they include their mission statement here, talking about how they work with ambitious startups and nonprofit organizations. I think it's really great that they show what they're about and what they do. They provide a lot of detail on their website. So I think that we could definitely take a lot of inspiration from this. I really love these little illustrations that go along with their manifesto. I think this is such a nice idea, and it shows how they can also help other people to develop and showcase their ideas in illustration and animation. So I think it's really nice. Their values are really great as well. You know, curiosity, care, craft. I think it's really nice. I also like that they all begin with C as well. I think they could do maybe a little bit more with that, because it's scrolling across. It kind of isn't obvious originally, but I think it's just a really nice thing. And I just like how they've really thought about this and they've added their values on their website. So if you as the client align with Flow and their values, you're going to want to work with them more. They're showing a lot about their studio and what they're about. And I think that this is really amazing. It's really going to help them to get more great clients that they love working with. They're really, really good at including testimonials, like we've already said, but I love that they just have them scattered throughout the website as well. I think you can definitely do this. You can have testimonials on your about page, maybe on your homepage, and definitely include them in case studies and potentially in a testimonials page as well. What I really would like to see though is a nice picture of their clients as well. I do love that it is really large, big text here, but I think including a picture as well of their clients, if their clients obviously give them permission to do that, would be great, because it just makes them feel more real and more human. So on their services page, I've also got their showreel at the top here, which I think is really smart because it shows exactly what they do. I love that they're talking about brand strategy and brand management, and I think it's great to talk more about strategy and results and things like that, because obviously that's what businesses care about. They they care about their ROI and their return on their investment. So I think if you want to position yourself more to get direct clients, knowing more about brand strategy or maybe partnering up with a brand strategist can really help. I also love that they've included motion branding in here, something that not a lot of people think about. So I think that's really nice because they're obviously focused on brand strategy as well as animation and motion design being one of their kind of biggest services that they have. So it makes sense that they would add motion branding in here too. So I personally think for the majority of the people watching this video, you absolutely should not be offering all of these services. I think potentially you could partner with other people to do it, but I don't think it makes sense for a freelancer to do this because I think that potentially it's too much and people won't know what to hire you for. It makes sense if you're a full service agency though. I absolutely love that Flow has a journal and a blog on here. I think it's really smart to try and be helpful and have some blog posts about how animation works and different processes because it also positions you as an expert in the industry. What I also really love is their contact page is so easy to find and it has all the details on there of how to contact them. I also love that they have pictures of their studio because it shows that they have a physical space and that they're a real studio and they're real people. It's really important to have photos of yourself on your website so that you can build trust with your potential clients. Another thing they could potentially add on this contact page is maybe having a book a call with us linked out to a Calendly invite or something like that, where people could actually go and schedule a meeting with them. That might be something else they want to add on there. Let me know below this video what you think of this website, and also let me know in the comments if this has inspired you to update your website. If you want to check that you're doing all the right things with your website as well, you can also download our portfolio checklist. We'll leave the link below this video in the description. So now you've seen an amazing portfolio, you're probably going to want to watch some great show reels, so you should watch these videos next.